Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, come on in, you guys. I was working on some stuff and I want to share some stuff with you guys. Thank you guys for showing on up. C6 Banks, Tina Powers, Woke the God, Phyllis D. Hart, Cynthia Campbell. I see you guys in the building. First of all, I want you guys to know, if you don't know, that they're sitting Christopher Gregor right now as we speak. He's got 20 years for one count, and he got additional 5 years for the aggravated assault. The judge wasn't harsh on him at all, but now they're trying to figure out if he's going to do it consecutively or whatever the other word is. I didn't stay to hear all what is what. They did say that Gregor has already done. Chad Dorman took a plea deal. Yeah, understandable. He should. Christopher, he didn't say nothing at his sentences, but the judge is like 2 freaking hours giving somewhat of an excuse of why he's doing what he's doing, and he's been very lenient. My stomach was sick, but I wanted to share some with you, and I'm glad Woke the God is in here, because I was gonna call you, girl, and share some with you, because I know you didn't know this, but I want to test out my new ear things. Let me go get them and see if they work. So I was going to go take care of some business today. And what had happened was, I guess I couldn't take care of it. She said, what excuse? There's no excuse. Exactly. Well, let me share with you something. And I don't know we're not talking about this. But like I said, sometimes my time is divided into following up on cases that we looked at. I just don't want to be talking about, how this baby died and it's so unfair and it's just so wrong and da 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 da, and then we don't follow up. Oh, we glad that he got convicted or he got charged or he found guilty, but then we don't go see what charges did he get. I mean, what was the ending situation? I want to see here. Let me see if I can get this on here. It says power on, pairing. It says connected. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But because we are finna get this channel back up and going. Hey, Sonya Massey, how you doing? So first of all, woke the guy. I want to share with you guys something, because I don't ever want to say something to you guys or tell you guys something and it's wrong or it's not making sense. You guys understand what I'm saying? So I know on the Sonya Massey case, you guys, I want to share something with you guys so bad. I don't even know what to say about this case. I've got a lot of information. Boy, do I got a lot of information. And we're just going to go through some of it. If you want to hear what's going on and how this is taking place, first of all, I want to go back and retract when we were talking about on the guy had this tattoo on, and I can't remember what the tattoo was called. We looked it up and everything, but I'm going to show you the tattoo. But also, I want you to pay attention that when we were looking this up and everything, and we were like, oh, it's the devil, and it's some power, it's some kind of like a cult, and they believe in this and they believe in that or whatever. Okay, I want you guys to get ready. First of all, click the like button. There's only about 14 of you guys in here. So click the like button and let me start sharing my content with you guys. And I always love, and I'm serious, I kid you not, a Viking protector. But, okay, Viking protector. Okay, that's right, Viking protector. But I thought I like to get to facts and I like to find out more information. We come in here and we discuss it and we depict what's going on. She said, spill the beans, SP. I'm going to tell y'all some stuff today. And you guys are not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. But the reason why I'm telling you, we're going to get this channel back up and running, because I go to these other channels, and I'm just being honest with you. And there's some good channels out there. There's some good channels. And I just sit back, and I don't be in the bushes. I really be at work. So I'm not really watching them, but I'm listening to what they're saying or whatever. And one day, there was this young lady, and she doesn't show her face or anything. But I was watching her. I was listening to a channel. And something had me to go and look. And she was showing some pictures or a video or something. And I said, I've never seen that before. But let me tell you guys something. Let me get right off into it. First of all, I'm not going to be all over the place. If I start being all over the place, please let me know. Let's stick to what I need to tell you. So that Viking protector, I'm going to share a video. Not a video. But if you look at the tattoo, that is what I think it was Woke the God was sharing with us. But it's not Sean Grayson. That is the other officer. tattoo. That's not Sean Grayson, because here's a still picture. Let me share it with you. Did you guys see Sean Grayson is in the picture? But do you see the arm with the Viking protector on it? She said, yes, I can. Y'all can still hear me? I mean, no, when I showed you the picture, could you still hear me talk? Because she said one, yes. So when I just showed you guys that picture, y'all could still hear me speaking. She said one, yes. Oh my God, really? So we've got some benefits going on now. Oh my God, that's great. That's great, that's great, that's great. So yes, I thought we all knew that, but now look at Grayson's arm. Huh? That's not Grayson's arm. That's his partner's arm. She said, yes, I could hear you. I know you can hear me now, but when I was sharing a picture of the arm, I'm going to read off 5 numbers, and when the picture is up, and you guys going to tell me what those numbers are, and then because we've got we've got a delay. Did you get a chance to see the video? Hold on. Yeah, I seen the video. I did. And if you guys can put in the numbers, I'm going to read off some numbers. I'm going to show you the picture again, but I'm going to read off some numbers. And then you guys got to tell me what those numbers is. Then I'll know, because the delay sometimes get me confused. And you guys don't not understand what I'm saying, but there is a huge delay. Let me show you the picture again. Here we go. Okay. What was the numbers, you guys? Because y'all be telling me, yeah, we can hear you. See, C6 Bank says no sound. She said no sound. So y'all couldn't hear me. See what I'm saying? Y'all. No, I can't hear you when you show the picture. See what I'm saying? Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, you hear me talking, but you couldn't tell me what numbers I just said when we were doing that. The first time we could hear you, the second. How could you not hear me? No, it was probably a delay. It was probably a delay. It's not nothing you guys did. You're not lying to me or anything, but there was probably a delay. So what you was hearing was the end of what I said. And then, see, because if you did not hear me, SP, look at Grayson's arm. They have identical tats. In fact, when the partner camera shows all of those officers, several of them have it. What? No, I did look at Grayson's arm. I did not see that same tat. Hey, Moonlight View, how you doing? I didn't see that same tat. I didn't hear you. See, Miss Dee Dee says, I didn't hear you the first time. See, I'm thinking it's the delay that you guys are listening, you guys hear. Because, hey Zena, how you doing? Oh, Zena, oh my goodness. I didn't hear USP, no sound. You're showing the arm, but nothing. Okay, so we didn't get the benefit. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let me see, because I've got my mic on. I heard you the first time. You guys, come on now. It shouldn't. We need to get a little bit more tech now. We just do. Now I know I got to work on myself. But I know you guys can only tell me what you're telling me. But I'm saying, if you did not hear me, do some random numbers, which none of you said not one number that I said in a sequence, that tells me that you guys can't hear me when I'm showing the picture. That tells me what you heard was a delay conversation, delay speaking, because the second time everything was just the same, but I said some numbers just to see, and I waited a while and then said the numbers. So if it was a minute delay, you wouldn't hear the conversation, you would hear nothing but the numbers. You guys can't tell me not one number that I said. So that tells me you hear the delay conversation and not you're not, the mic is not working on there. But let's just feel bad for you, sis. Oh, no worries, no worries. I heard you the first time, I didn't hear you. Okay. So anyway, let's see if it is working with the if I share my video with you guys. Okay, so can you guys still hear me? She said she didn't hear the numbers. I didn't hear the numbers. So can you guys still hear me? I think you guys can hear. I wonder if I pull this down. Okay, you guys can still hear. Let's see here. Okay. So anyway, I'll work on it. I'll work on it tonight when I'm at work. Let me remove it. I'll work on it at night tonight at work. Okay, we're gonna get something popping and going by next week. For real. Anyway, I want to share something with you guys. First of all, let's talk about this. She said, I'm saying yes while doing my business. I know you is, girl. Hey, Miss King, how you doing? Moonlight View is in the building. So you guys, let's share some information. First of all, Sonya Massie's son, Malachi, that's his name, Malachi, said that he talked to 2 officers and he believed, he's not for sure, he believed when she first had the first episode, it was those 2 same officers that was going to go see his mother the day before. Meaning all of this happened within like a 24 hours, right? Because the situation happened to Sonya Massey when she got shot in the face. It happened like at somewhere around about 1 something in the morning. But the day before, because 1 in the morning is the next day. So the day before actually is, and that was on the 6th of July. So the day before would be the 5th of July, and it would be a Friday. So that Friday earlier, when she took herself to the hospital, see okay, you guys wanted to say, I'm going to share something with you. Woke to God, I really, really, really need to share this. And I know you're going to follow this case. I know you are. You have to. Because this... See, a lot, we was insinuating this is evil. Oh, it have to do with spiritual. To be honest with you, everything in this world is a spiritual thing. Come on. Okay, whether it's either one or the other. It's either good or it's either in a bad. Okay, there's no really in between. It's either good or it's bad. Okay, let's just be clear on that. You either have a majority of good spirits on you, or you have a majority of bad spirits. Okay, it's okay. Pick your poison. What you want to do? Somebody make you mad, then guess what? Then your spirit changes with the situation. Now, knowing that Sonya Massey had lupus, You know that changes your chemistry, your chemical balance in your body. My ex-sister-in-law, she died of lupus, right? So what happens is, she, her electrolytes are different. She's always in pain. I mean, she couldn't think right, couldn't think straight. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. They're trying to say that's what that was, but I'm gonna tell you guys two things. And you know what? One thing about our channel is, guess what? We go in, we start looking, we start thinking, we put our minds together, we put our information together, and we come out with what? Not what we call the truth, but we really understand what actually happened. Exactly, Phyllis. There is no gray area. So we were sitting there thinking, was it a demon? Was it she was dealing with a demon? Oh, this was a plan. This, that, and the other. I don't get all into the hype, you guys. I don't. I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because if I get into the hype, then now my feelings are all involved. I'm seeing some light in my living room. What's going on? Oh, hey, Papa. How you doing? I seen the light flickering. I'm like, what's going on? They're trying to say what is what and what is what. Exactly. But if she had encounters with them on Friday at 5 o'clock, or I don't know why I said 5 o'clock. Lord help me. That came out of my mouth. Maybe I was trying to say the 5th, but I said 5 o'clock. Don't let it happen at 5 o'clock, you guys, because I'm going to be sitting there going, you see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you speak things and that's what it is. I wasn't there. I don't know why I said 5 o'clock. I'm just being honest with you. I have no clue why I just said 5 o'clock. But let me tell you guys something. But if those was the same two guys that came there earlier, she did not let them take her to the hospital then. And not only that, she drove herself. Now, you know anything about mental health. They can keep you for 24 to 48 hours or whatever. Or maybe she went on the 4th and they're using it at that 1 o'clock being a 24-hour thing, saying the day prior. Okay, still thinking like it's just 1 o'clock, so we're still thinking Friday. So I don't know, but. We got information that she was back home, right? She's back home. They didn't keep her. They didn't stay. But here's the funny thing. Somebody was like, oh, his wife, what's his name? Sean Grayson's wife, she works at the hospital. Hold on. Hold the press. Sean Grayson is not married, for number one. Number two is she's not a nurse. She's a nurse practitioner. She's almost legally, she's a doctor. She's a doctor, you guys. Her name is, okay, I don't know her last name, so I can say Isabel, because that's her name. But I don't know her last name. But anyway, she's a nurse practitioner. Do you not know? When you're a nurse practitioner, you're everything but just the initials. You make all the calls pretty much, and you just let the doctor know, because it's got so many patients. You just let the doctor know that you've seen the case, you heard the case, you looked at the diagnosis, you whatever. The hospital that Sonya Massey went to, Sean Grayson's fiance was at that hospital. Okay? So if you guys did not know that, okay, I'm telling you, she's a nurse practitioner at the hospital that's where Sonya Massey went, because she was having some mental crisis, okay? So not only that, you guys, let me share with you. Some people get things wrong and they just say some stuff. But if you know because you work in that field, or because you just have other experiences of what happens when you go in and what they do and how things can either progress or whatever. Now, they're saying something bad must have happened there, and that's why if something bad happened there, she would be still there. Hello? I'm just, okay? I want you guys to be educated, the truth. I want you to be educated and don't go in these other chats talking stupid because everybody else is talking stupid. It doesn't work like that. If she got sent home, it's because she answered all the questions correctly. Okay? I'm not going to say, even if she threw a tantrum in there, they're not going to let her go. Because that would be a lawsuit. There's cameras in there, and they're going to show what took place. Okay? So, don't get all in these conversations talking about, oh, she got into it with the nurse practitioner and she walked out. No, when you clock in, you don't clock out unless that doctor say you can go home. Okay? You don't get to go home when you want to go home. You only get to go home if they think that, I don't care if you check yourself in. You don't get to go home unless the doctor signs you off that everything seems to be okay. Okay? There are so many conspiracy theories going around about this case. I get that. But Malachi did say he talked to 2 officers and he let it be known. He don't know if it was them too. But he believes it could. But Malachi also said he normally be with his mother. And what would have happened if he was there? They would have shot him. But I'm going to share something with you guys that is going to blow your mind. Because I was at work last night and I was feeling myself and I was getting caught up in everything. And this case has taken my curiosity. So therefore, there's one thing I will not share with you guys right now because I've got the videos to prove what I'm saying, but you're not going to believe me unless I share something. But something is going on with this case. I don't know if it's supposed to be us in our feelings or whatever, but I will share with you what I seen. I seen an actual video of the video of what happened on a one channel. And I was just sitting there and I really wasn't trying to pay attention to it. But I said to myself, oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. And I looked and I was like, what the heck is that? I just didn't see it. So, because I've seen the video so many times that I said to myself, okay, so I'm going to go look at the video somewhere else or whatever. And it wasn't in this other video. And I'm like, how in the world is it in this video, but it's not in this video? And that's why I'm telling you guys tonight when I'm at work, I'm gonna get our stuff up and running because you guys are not gonna believe me if I told you what it was. But I know y'all gonna try to go look and find it and beat me to it. Then come on, and if you can do that, just go right ahead, because I welcome it. But I seen something and it doesn't make sense to me. I seen it over here, same video, but in this video it wasn't there. And you know what? There's no way to explain it. I'm just sitting back going, what the heck is really going on here? So you are noticing 2 different views of the shooting? Yeah. But it's the same video, but in this video, it's not there. But in this video, it's there. You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay? Not only that, you remember that somebody was saying something about she has a blue bucket of water in the kitchen, and she probably was pouring the water in the bucket of what. Now, here's the thing, you guys. There is a blue bucket there, and it has water already in it. Now, she could have been warming the water up, putting the water in there, whatever. But that bucket, when they shot her, I want you guys to go do some homework. When they shot her, that bucket still was sitting right next to her full of water. It didn't fall. It didn't spill. Actually, they moved it to the side. Did you guys hear what I said? So whatever water, and there was water on the floor. So that whatever water that was on the floor, that was from that pot, Sonya Massey. That's where that water come from. Because the water in the bucket is sitting right there. And I should have took a still shot of that so I could show you guys. When he was holding pressure on her eye, I'm looking at the bucket of water. And it's full. The blue bucket of water is still sitting there on the floor. So that bucket of water didn't spill. Now some people was like, maybe there wasn't water down there or whatever. No, I seen water. I seen water on the floor because I blew it up to see what I could see. So I just want you guys to understand all of that. Is it altered? Yeah, there's some stuff altered. There's some stuff altered. No, I don't understand. Ben Crump reviewed the video. No, I don't understand. Ben Crump. What do you mean? So, okay, let me not get distracted yet. So, and you guys, because I was wondering, you know, that the two police, see, at first I felt that Sean Grayson was like, you know, the bad person, the evil person, blah, 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 blah. That's my first thing, da-da-da-da-da. And then, oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. And then his partner was just, you know, he got caught off in the middle of this. I'm going to tell you guys right now. And just because he comes out and tell the truth, or just because his partner going to actually say what happened. Trust me, he's going to say what happened because he recorded the thing. I bet you he's saying, you big dummy. Why did you have your camera on? Because guess what? They called this in as a self-inflicted gun wound. Sean did and his partner did. So his partner was in on the cover-up. His partner was in on the conspiracy. His partner was in on what's going on. That's why I wanted to show y'all that his partner is the one that had that Viking protector thing. I didn't see Sean have it on his arm. He could have. I'm not woke the God. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying, but his partner is the one that has that Viking protector that we were looking at. Now, you show me or send me a picture of Sean having it too. But I haven't seen that. And I look, but I haven't seen that. And then on top of that, you guys, there's so much I wanted to share with you guys. His partner was snooping, going through her house. Sonya Massie asked them, where are you going? That's what she said. Where are you going? And they both said, getting away from that hot water. That's what started the full conversation, you guys. You guys got, she said, I saw that blue bucket. Did you see the blue bucket with full of water in it? Did you stop the video and see that blue bucket was full of water? I was wondering what Sean Grayson was doing when his partner left him alone with her to get the medic. I was wondering what Sean Grayson was doing when his partner left him alone with her to get. No, Miss Dee. First, let me explain something. At first, I'm trying to think. The partner was holding the pressure on her face. And Sean was supposed to go get. See, you guys watch so much, you get it mixed up. I try to stay watching the thing. But the partner was sitting with her and is supposed to be putting pressure. But remember, the bullet went underneath the left eye the right eye, and the exit was at her hairline in the back. Now, let me tell you something. Was he really doing her some service? Because here's the thing, and what I am saying is, I think he did that for show. You know why? He said he didn't see an exit wound. The exit wound is at the back of her freaking neck, okay? The bullet, I'm not saying bullets have to come out. They can ricochet, they can hit a bone and travel through your body. They really can. But you're holding pressure on something that, yeah, you see a little blood. But she was bleeding out the back of her head. Did you even look to see where the blood was coming out? Or he said he didn't see an exit. How in the world could you not see all that blood on the floor, but you didn't see an exit? Come on, you guys. Let it make sense. I'm just being honest. Make it make sense. Okay? She said, I'm not that deep. Tell on both. I get anxious, not mixed up. Let it come out on both. I'm fine. Both were there. Exactly. Because I believe that his partner is, when his partner finally did, like Miss Didi was saying, what happened when and I know you're sitting there going, but Sean did go get the thing, because remember he said, I'm not going to waste it. But remember, there was another deputy there at that particular time too. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Sean went to go get the equipment, and he come back, and he's like, I'm not even going to waste my meds on her. I'm not going to waste my equipment on her. You guys, I'm going to tell you guys something. Oh, the main thing I wanted to share with you guys, and you guys are going to find out, okay? And it's going to be exactly what I say it's going to be. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm not, but I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? And this is not gonna I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't want you guys, do this, do that. Prove me wrong. This guy, Sean Grayson, he should have never been on the police force. And I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody's saying, you ain't told us nothing that we don't know. But I am gonna tell you. He probably was, I believe, and just remember I said this because y'all don't never give me credit. I believe he was in a slow class, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Isabel the nurse practitioner, so let's get this right. Isabel is his fiance. And Sean had Isabel's father, a retired police officer, write a letter to the Sangamon police force, referring to her as Sean. Now, Sean done had a job over here, job over there, job over there, job over there. Now, if you look at the pattern of what Sean has done, Sean, one company says he had double the amount of training as everybody else. They say he needs extensive training. They say he needs high stress level training. They say that, he lies. That he was in a high pursuit over a traffic violation, a traffic citation, maybe a broken light, or somebody didn't flick on a signal or something. And he's in high pursuit doing 110 miles an hour. They told him to back off. They said abort. You know what he said? They said, did you abort? He was like, yeah. You know what he did? He cut off his siren. He cut off his lights. And he continued to pursue. And he knew it was a woman. That's how he knew it was a woman. And he continued to pursue. I hope it was not Sonya Massey, you guys, in this high pursuit. But anyway, nevertheless, because you know what? Everything is going to come together. It will. And you know what? He told his superior officer, his superintendent, supervisor, told him to abort. And he told him, okay, yeah. But he was still going 110 miles an hour. And you know what? Boom! He hit a deer. He said, oh yeah, I'm going to be terminated now. This all he said. Now, what if he would have hit a child? What if he would have ran into somebody's house? Or he endangered a lot of people's lives chasing because somebody didn't have a seatbelt on or somebody had a broken light or something. They're doing 110 residential area. And then you know what he told? He was like, I didn't believe I was there. His boss told him, he was like, you lied. You said you was here. He was like, I didn't know I was there until you showed me on the Google map. Then he said, do you not know? How do you even wear our uniforms? We can't trust nothing that you're saying, Sean. You've been 7 months employed with us. And how are you still here? He said, I don't know. This is somebody that's not educated. This is somebody, I'm going to tell you guys right now, he's got a low IQ. He's probably special. Okay? I'm giving you guys my whole, I paid attention. He can't write a report. He leaves everything all over the place. He's got problems. He sits back and he arrests somebody on drug or something. He gets on YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and he starts bragging about it. Yes, I had to erase this black person, bloop, 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 bloop. Oh man, it was adrenaline. He's one of those type of people that, you know, that needs approval. And since he's white, he knows that, I'm just being honest with you. I don't sugarcoat it, that he's privileged. He should have never had that type of job. Was he the one that was discharged from the military? Yeah, because of drinking, DUIs. He got caught with 2 DUIs. He had the gun in the car. You know, there's some people, when you grow up, and I know if you know one of them, I'm going to tell you, I know one right now, that you know what their only dream and their destination in life is? They want to be a police officer. They want to be a fireman. They want to be a rescue person or whatever. And they're so engaged in it, they'll do anything. They lie about it. They be like, oh, I'm going to school to be a police officer. Oh, I'm going to school to be a firefighter. Oh, I'm doing this. I can do. And all they talk about, you be saying, hey, what kind of car you got? I've got a 777. I got a police car and got sirens. I need to have that bar up there. There's a guy just bought a car from us. And he wanted the car. And the car, he wanted this car because it was a police car. Actually, it was a school, when, kids are in compliance of going to school and something. I can't remember what they call it, but the school security, cop, police, or whatever, they come to your house and they say, why your kid is not in school? And they'll pick your kid up and take him to DIAC or whatever. I don't know what you guys call it there, but they take them near the children home or juvie center or whatever. And then the parents have to come to court and say, why your kid is not there? I mean, it wasn't a police car, but he's so engaged of having this car, he'll pay for whatever. Come on, she said he was a loose cannon. Yeah, he was. Truancy officer. Thank you, C6 Banks. And I don't know why I had B on my mind, but yeah, it's truancy officer. And he just had to have that car. Well, he got the car. Now it's sitting right there in front of his house. I know him very well. That's what he reminds me of. And you know what? And I got to thinking, this kid, yeah, he can, you know how some people, if they're on drugs or something, and you be like, oh, was you down? Was you out or something? They say, no, I was a type of user that I can still function. So there's people that, even though that they have a slow learning disability, or I guarantee you guys, he's going to be on medication, or he had medication, or whatever. He probably was in those classes or whatever, and they just cheered him on. Oh, he's a good person. He's a good guy. I'm not gonna sit there. He just wanted to be somebody's boss. He wanted to show his family he can have the type of job that they say that he can have, no matter if he could read or not. I'm just telling you guys, he got a lot of problems. He was a functional addict. This guy, what I wanted to say, the word functional. He was a functional, slow developed learner. He can, pizzazz his way into this or pizzazz his way into that. Now, I'm not going to say this because a lot of people's like, yeah, Isabel's daddy gave him the recommendation. Well, I'm going to tell you what. It wasn't just because that's Isabel's daddy and he was, it helped, but whenever that you have certain jobs or things that you're trying to do, like become a nurse, you've got to get references from people. You've got to know somebody that's a judge, a police officer, a preacher, a teacher, a principal, somebody that has a reputable relationship in the community that's going to say something nice about you. So, of course, he's dating Isabel. Her dad is a retired police officer. So, I mean, even if you become a nurse, that's what you got. I don't know in any other state, but here in where I am, you just can't just become a nurse. You've got to have people give you recommendations. They have to give you references, and they have to write something that they know you, how long they've known you, or you're a person, that is responsible, anything. So Isabel daddy, so it's not like he said, oh, I can't get this job. Isabel, could your dad go write me? That could have happened. I'm saying, but I don't look at it like that's what happened, because when you're a sheriff or you in the sheriff department, he said sheriff department, to become a sheriff, I know for a fact that you have to have these references. Okay? You guys, it's not because to get him the job. You have to have people that know you references. And since Isabel is dating him, of course, Isabel daddy is like, hey, he's a good kid. He's a good... But you know what? I don't know what's going on with Isabel, because at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys, that's why Sean sit there and say, she was like, I rebuke you in the... No, you not. I shoot you in the face. I rebuke you in the name. And then he starts shooting. Because to him, I'm just being honest with you, to him, that was a threat that she rebuked him. Because you know what I've noticed too? And some of you guys can come back and tell me if this is true or if it's not, but I'm going to tell you that it is, because I look at this 40, 50, 60 times a day. When Sean and the other deputy walked in, she asked him she said, let me get my Bible. She said, hand me my Bible. He hands her the Bible. Did y'all see that? You guys understand what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying? He not going to make sheriff now. He was a deputy. He not going to make sheriff now. Of course not. But he was from the sheriff department, because when he knocked on the door, he said, Sheriff. See, I don't think you guys revisit the information, and then when you go into it and you listen to what, because in everybody's situation, you go, oh, that's not true. This is true. That's not true. But what they believe or something. Because at first, I was thinking, okay, like I said, in everything there's Sonya did, her name is spelled with a Y. Sonya did a harmless way of de-escalating. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you guys know, that Sonia's mother, her name is Donna, she had called the police 16 hours prior to the situation. Okay, so 16 hours prior to 1 o'clock. What would that be? Let's add that up. Okay, so you got, hold on, let's do this math. This is going to be crazy. Because they said that Donna called the police. She called 911 16 hours prior. So you got 1 o'clock, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. Then it'd be 12, 11, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 10 o'clock Friday morning. Thank you, Woke the God. Woke the God said I did it really quick. Girl, I had to do it the kindergarten way. Cause I don't know, but I got it done. She said 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in the morning, Donna, Sonia's mother, called 911 and told them, oh, my daughter's having some mental crisis. Let me tell you guys something. They did diagnose Sonya Massey as schizophrenic, paranoia schizophrenic. Now, we don't know if it was a chemical imbalance or the medication she's taking that's got her hyped or got her on something or whatever. She tried to show them her paperwork. Her paperwork have to do with the hospital or whatever. But, I don't know. Because let me tell you guys something. I'm just going to be honest with you. Everything that happened was so freaking crazy. Think about it. When I went to the hospital, they put me on morphine. Do you know I lost my mind? It wasn't that my mind was lost, but that medication in my body could not react. So I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who my kids was. Everybody was like, no, that was your aneurysm. Yeah, before, but after the surgery, it was the medication that kept me induced to not know who I was, who my kids was, couldn't function, couldn't read. I'm sitting there in the bed, don't know how to change the channel or whatever. I'm confused. I'm trying to do what people tell me to do. They did, and then, hey, you know what I'm saying? Everything that happened to Sonya Massey, it was just crazy. It was freak accident. You guys understand what I'm saying? Think about it. They could have gave her medication, and I've seen this before. We do it all the time at work. The doctor has prescribed something, and it's not for that particular person. I mean, it's their medication, but it's either too strong, or it interact with other medication that person is taking, so it makes it either stronger or whatever, and you get a bad outcome. Okay, I'm just telling you guys, this is true. Okay, and that's probably why she was trying to tell them, look at my paperwork, because she's on some medication, and that's what could have made her episode even worse. You know what I'm saying? She thinking I'm taking the medication, because he asked her at the door, are you mentally okay? She's like, yeah, I took my medication. Now all of a sudden, she paranoid. But when the mother called them at 10 a.m. in the morning, she was like, look, I need somebody to go check on my daughter. She diagnosed schizophrenic, paranoia, whatever. She think people don't send. She said, do not send aggressive people, police officer there. Do not send prejudiced people to my daughter, because we're scared of the police. We're scared of them. Isn't that crazy? The mother says, do not send prejudiced, aggressive police to my daughter's house, because we're scared of. She said, I'm scared of the police. And then look how her daughter died. She was not paranoid at all in New York opinion. Sonya did absolutely everything she was supposed to do. So you said she's not paranoid at all in New York opinion. What do you mean New York opinion? Who's New York? I've had it happen to me. They had to flush my system. My blood pressure dropped too low. Exactly. I'm telling you guys, it happened to me. I was in the hospital almost 4 months on the medication that I should never been on. I must be allergic to morphine because it had me loopy. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know who my kids was. Done cuss my kids out. All because this doctor, and they had an IV in my arm. And they was finna send me to a nursing home because they was like, oh, we don't know. She done lost her mind. Till one day my spirit was like, I'm not taking that medication no more. Take that out of me. And they was like, oh no, you need it. You need it for the pain. I don't even know what they talking about. What pain was they talking about? They was like, you need it for the pain. I was like, whatever. You know what? I was like, I don't want it. My mother was there. My mother said, if she says she don't want it, then stop it. Because my mother had the right to tell them yes or no. But my mother and me were close enough that I tell my mother, I don't want it. My spirit had to say that to my mother. My mother said, stop giving her that medication. I tell you, within 24 hours, I started knowing where I'm at, what the heck is going on, who got my kids, where are my kids at, and I need to get home. Because I'm feeling so much better. The doctor come in, and well, the next day, they was like, well, you're not eating, so we're going to have to force feed you. And I was like, you ain't force feeding me, and cuss the woman out and everything. My mother's like, calm down, calm down. I was like, no. And then my spirit, I was like, they don't even feed me right. She was like, well, what do you eat? I told them, see, this is how I'm telling you, I'm answering questions, but it don't make sense. I was like, the only thing I can eat is organic fruit. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm a meat and potato girl, okay? I love my meat and I love my potatoes. I don't really eat. Now, I like salads here and there, but I'm not a type of person that eat healthy. I eat to please my taste buds. So anyway, so me saying I can only eat organic fruit, I was not talking in myself, but I'm answering questions like I know what I'm saying. I couldn't stop what I was saying, so I told them I only eat organic fruit. You know what? They brought me a whole big old platter, and when I say platter, I mean platter. It's like two big plates, a platter, oval type plates. It's a platter, and it had watermelon and grapes and strawberries and cantaloupe and pear and cherries and oh my God! And you know what? I mean, it was like it was for a party. That's how much was on this platter. I ate every last bit of it. And then, you know what? They brought me another one for lunch. They brought me another one for dinner. I ate every last bit of it. And it was crazy because, like I said, I've never ate like that before. But I guarantee you, I tell you what, though. My spirit knows what I needed. That's why I tell you guys, everything that happens is supposed to happen. And if God needed to intervene, he did. And I believe that he did. Not the way that you guys think that he should have or did or whatever. But I guarantee you that that other officer, even though he's at the car shaking and all this other stuff, I think, you know what? Like now that there is a video, had he not have his camera on, they will be in cahoots. But since there's a camera and there's a video, he gonna take the high road. So everybody's like, oh, pray, why y'all jumping on the cop that had his camera on? You know what? Who said that it was self-inflicted gunshot wound? So they thought that, because you remember the one police officer showed up and he was like, where's the gun? He was like, let me give you a rundown. He was like, nope, not yet. He like you go. What it is don't get me involved. That you told me this or told me no, not yet. It's not that he didn't want to hear it. He knew that there was cameras still rolling. He don't want to get called as a witness. And you go to the thing, get it together before you start talking about something. Because once you talk about it, you can't go back and tell it. They were trying to help him by telling him to shut up. Then they called it in as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. After the fact, the officer said, was she 1026? 1096? 1096, Cynthia? A 1096? I think that's what it is, a 1096. Let's see. Let me see what the Google said. I think that 1096 is a mental evaluation call or situation or whatever. It could be the same. What is a 1096 in police language? In police radio communication, 1096 is not a commonly used code and likely wouldn't be understood by most officers. It can be a unique code specified to a particular police department. Okay, so I told you guys it might be something that they do there. It's possible that 1096 is mistaken transmission or misinterpretation of a different code without specifying context from a particular agency. 1096 is generally not recognized as a standard police code. Police radio code can vary significantly. Okay, let me see. What is a 1096 in Illinois police code? Same thing. It is. Do I've got the numbers right, or is it another number he said? She said, I love morphine that is cloud 9 to my body. I use it a couple of times. You like morphine, girl? I can't do morphine, honey. This code can be misunderstood or misinterpreted. Anyway, I told you, SP, to take my wrench and give it to Lisa Calhoun. I'm on medication. I make too many mistakes with my disability self. Girl, you good. You're okay. You're okay. She said, I'm ticked off because I've been right here where Sonya is. I escaped, though. Yeah, you're okay. You make... Anyway, you're okay. How you gonna tell me who to give? I said I wouldn't. When we get rid of these mods, she said, I just sent you the entire 10 code. Okay. When we get done with these mods, and Lisa Calhoun, I think she I've got 16 messages. We wasn't gonna make no more mods because of the situation, but I could consider her, but because that's my girl there. 10 codes PDF. Okay, so they say a 1096 is meal break. This is meal break. Girl, what you just saying me? Sean S. Dispatch was a resident at 1096. Right here it says it means meal break. Girl, you sent me, I don't know what you sent me. A 1052 is ambulance needed. Motor 1050 is a motor vehicle accident. I just sent you the government 10 code. Okay. So a 1096 is meal break. Maybe he wanted to say a 1090. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. Sean is special. So Cynthia said, okay, we're trying to look it up for a fact. You're telling us, you show me the fact that it says mental subject, because we want to read up on it. But here, we know it's, she said mental subject. How do you know it's a mental subject, Cynthia? Tell us. Tell us. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys, if you guys don't know, Wednesday, you know, your girl helped save a life Wednesday. Okay? And got recognized for it too at my job. I love when my job is so like, you be like, should I be here? And, catch something, even though normally, my boss would get mad at me because I sent somebody out. And she was like, well, it's your call. I'm like, I'm sending this boy out. Because something ain't right. And I told him, if you stay here, you're going to die. So you give me permission, I'm going to send you out. Will you go? And he said, yes. So I sent him. First he said, no, he wasn't going. See, Tina, I had allotted for my surgery. Okay. Yeah. I love helping people. And they said that this guy, Sean Grayson, he gets on internet and he brags about anytime that he arrested somebody for drugs or gang or whatever. And you guys, I'm going to tell you guys this. If you're not paying attention to this case, you're going to find out that what school I just said, I don't know nothing about his childhood life. They haven't dug yet. They haven't dug it. But I'm telling you, you're going to find out what I'm saying is true. That it wasn't just because you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like, because there's spirits in every last one of us. We are spirit. So is you going to let that bad spirit come out, or are you going to let the good spirit come out? Okay? And we all got them. At the right place at the wrong time, a spirit will come out of you too that you didn't know that was embedded in you. And you can do something that you didn't never think about doing or something. The thing about this situation is, he said, you better not. When she just said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, he took that as a threat. I don't think he knew what she was saying. She said, I just sent you Illinois 10 code. Okay, thank you. Let me see here. So I think when he took that as an insult. Police and other agencies 10 codes to verbally communicate. So should I hit general? Is that where it's going to be at? That's where she got it at. Thank you. Who was that? Who was that came in here and said mental subject? Who was that? Who was that masked man that said that? Who was it? Crystal Campbell. Way to go. Thank you, Zena. Azan, not Zena, but Zan. Thank you. Thank you for sending us that. Cynthia Campbell, she said 1096 mean mental subject. He already knew she was a mental subject. He was like, can we see, you know what I'm saying? Can we see uh happy birthday, Nancy? LaRose, happy birthday to you. I don't know where you was at on the Christmas giveaway, but your name was called. But you wasn't there, girl. You know, so a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. So yeah. So I guess it is a 1096 mental subject. Fighting a 1010, fighting in progress. Prowler report 1014. And there was this one lady, she was on a channel that I was watching, and she called in. She said she had similar situations happen to her. They diagnosed her with schizophrenia, diagnosed her with some other stuff or whatever. But she made a comment I want to share with you guys. This is not my content, but just listening to her phone call, that I love that she called in and she said, hey, you know, I was committed to 4 mental hospitals before. This is what happened. She shared something that I want you guys to know, that I know what she's saying is true. So when the police is called to your house, she said it's something, I don't know if what she called it, but when they got your address, it comes up, your address comes up. Everything that ever been called to the police station about that address, your address, she says, they don't go in blindfolded like, oh, they just go into an address, they don't know nothing. No, before they even get to your address, they already know your name. They already know, you know, if there was domestic violence there, if there was a fight there, if there was drugs there at one time, if there was immigrants there, if there was prostitution there, they've got a readout. What everything that ever happened to, especially a mental case, they already know. We got a phone call from that address that, you know, da 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 da. So it ain't like, oh, he's smart or whatever. He already knew, with his wife being a nurse practitioner, and not only that, the address, they already knew. They did not go in just being blind to the whole situation. They already knew there was something mentally going on with her. Did you read my email from the Christmas giveaway yet? Probably not. What's going on, Crystal? What did you say, Crystal? Because let me see, Crystal. Crystal P. Sonya Watts donated $10. Haven't made it to you yet. Do I need to go in there and read it? I can read it right now. SP? Okay, I'll go in there and read it right now. Y'all make me doing like multitask. Then y'all get mad at me because I get off track. Okay, I'll read it right now. I ain't gonna read it out loud, but I'm gonna read it right now. Oh, can you use it to become a member again? Oh. If not, donate to Warriors. She wanted to thank Sonya Watts for, she said she's so sweet and she is so loved by everyone. Oh. Well, we gonna have, she's watching the video, you could tell something was going on with her. Yes. So Crystal, I did read yours. It sounds like that she poured. Like, I think she Stop it. I hate this. Okay, Sonya was afraid because she heard someone outside her house. Yeah, but she could have just been hearing noises. You remember when they were out there, they was looking at the car. There was gunshot. I mean, I don't think it was gunshot. I think it was because it was, just a little bit after Christmas. Somebody was still shooting off, leftover, fireworks or whatever. Something like that. So I would call you guys. I've got 16 messages I have not even got to yet. So I did read your text, and she says donate hers. Okay. So yeah. Okay. And Zena, I answered your question. I mean, I got an answer for you already on that. Anyway, you guys, I don't know anything else to tell you guys right now, but until we can get those videos, see what I'm saying, SP? I think the deputy was out there and her windows got busted. I think the deputies was out there and her windows got busted. What do you mean, soldier girl? Come on, we got 5 more minutes. We done been on here an hour and 17 minutes, you guys. We got to get through this. I'm probably going to come on over the weekend just because. But I've been trying to get me some rest and everything, you guys. So I'm trying to get by Sean. He did it. Soldier girl, is that what you think? You have your opinion, and that's fine. No, I don't know. They kind of stumbled on it like, oh my, what happened here? She said, yes, I think he did it. I don't know. I don't believe so. Soldier girl, I don't think he did it. It is kind of hard to break back window and the front window. Maybe she was in the car and something happened. Or maybe they wasn't even the police that was out there at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But something happened to that window before. Because the weird thing about it is, maybe she was in the car and they had to get in the car and she couldn't get out the car or whatever. But we don't know. We're going to speculate. We know he lied and told dispatch she shot herself. What on earth? Yeah. And you guys, I would love to get this channel up and running and going like we need to do, like we used to do it. And so I'm going to start working on that. Allegedly, he did it because he was outside. He was the one outside the house roaming around. I know, but the video, if you look at the whole video from the beginning to the end, they walk up to the car and the car windows was already smashed. Okay? I don't know. Where did y'all get that from? And Crystal Powell's gonna say, he did it, soldier girl. Y'all something else. Y'all are something else. Soldier Girl and Crystal Powers. Where are y'all getting that information from? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, he had been there early. Yeah, but they did not know nothing about that car. They didn't know nothing about the car. Yes, that's what she heard him smashing the windows, SP. Just my opinion. Yeah, that's your opinion. He did not know what that meant. If you read the Bible, you know what that means. I know. I heard 911 calls and she was saying someone was busting her windows out. Nah. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get off of here, but I'm gonna say this, you guys. I let you guys have your opinion, okay? And I love when y'all stick and stay on what you said. But I have to disagree that they broke out the window. I have to disagree on that. But the funny thing about this whole situation, and I'm calling you out right now, but I'm gonna say, well, I tried to tell you that, but stand on what you say. Stand on what you say. But by the time we do find out what happened, y'all whole information or conversation would be done changed. Be like, well, I said this and I said that. No, but just stand on what you said. I'm gonna try to remember. Soldier Girl said this, and Crystal backed her up. And I'm trying to tell you, that's farther from the truth. That's farther from the truth. She said, I'm standing on that. Okay. You stand on it. You and Soldier Girl stand on it. Crystal, you and Soldier Girl stand on it. I would love to, when it happened, when we find out what happened, did she break the windows out? Was it another officer break the window out? I want y'all both to call in and say, SP, you tried to tell us. We were digging. We were digging and scraping the barrel, trying to make something. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Y'all would pick up something and y'all would go with it and stand on it. And I love because I'm gonna stand on what I think and believe too. I will, and I love that. But you're gonna have to think outside the box, okay? The window got busted on July the 5th. It really sounded like she was doing it while she was on the 911 call. That's what Zena said. I would like to hear that call. Did you hear the call, Zena? Deductive reasons my education is not lacking. Oh. Okay, Soldier Girl. Okay, I will. If I'm wrong, I will own it. Yeah. See, when there is either or, and it's 50-50, you can be wrong, you can be right, whatever. It's just like Malachi say. He talked to two detectives earlier that day, or prior to that day, right? But he can't say for sure if it was those two officers. So if he can't say for sure it was those two officers, I can't say it was those two officers. Good night, Miss Cynthia. I will own it. If I'm wrong, I could be wrong. Well, it's neither gonna change anything. It's just opening your mind up. Sometimes you gotta leave gaps open. We love to answer questions that we really can't answer with a definite, and it's just not so. It's just not possible. Do we know if his partner is on administrative leave also? He is paid. Yeah, he is. So, yeah. And I don't know if you guys heard Donald Trump, the vice president, the former the former president, said, they asked him what did he think about the whole situation, because he said that he was going to let police officers that was convicted of something while they were in protecting the community, and they made a mistake or something, that he was going to let them out, or let them go, or whatever. And they asked him, what about this case with Sean Grayson? And he was like, I don't really know about that case, but he said, I think I heard something about some water. That's what the president said. He said, I think I heard something about some water. And he was like, I wasn't talking about that, but he said, but he was like, that case was really, see, that's something, like, when it's just directed and he knows, like, I better not say what I would let him go, because he know he's going to lose a lot of votes, because it's just, it's very blunt and in your face, like, this man is totally wrong, you know. So he says, he tries to divert the question onto other officers, like, you know, they were doing a high-speed chase or something, and they ran into something and somebody died. They made a mistake or something, or they misidentified a person or something. He's trying to say it's like it's very light, you know. Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's really no room when, you know, just like for doctors and nurses and police officers and fire department, there's real, I mean, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make very bad mistakes. But all the experience you get, your mistakes are gonna be smaller, especially year after year after year after year. There are people saying Sean was drunk. He probably was, because he did say some stupid stuff. But do we know that they even took a test? Did they even do a UA on him? We don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So I do listen to what people say. If they have anything to back up, collaborate what they're saying, you know, that'd be great. But I don't know if he was drunk. His words wasn't slurred or anything. She said, yes, I heard that call. I would like to hear that call. Send it to me. But we'll come on over the weekend, you guys. We got to get some time in there. We'll come on over the weekend and we'll chop it up about Sonya Massey, because to be honest with you, I don't really like watching the video, but sometimes, you know, like, if we could skip over the gross part, but it's weird because everybody's like, oh, I can't watch it. Oh, I can't watch it. I can't be watching it 15, 20, 30 times, you know. Like, if you really want to get into details, you have to watch it 100, 200, or 500 times, because you're going to see something that does not make sense. Yeah, it is going to be a call. You're right, Miss Dee. There is a call log of who her son talked to. There's, trust me, when they get down to the bottom line, you know, and if I had to bet, I would bet he did talk to those same police officers. But I don't believe that they broke the window. But they could have, though. So, you know, I see what Crystal and Soldier Girl is saying. They could have. Because if she was in the car and she didn't want to go, but remember, you got to remember, she drove herself to the hospital and she came at. I don't particularly want to watch the video again. Yeah, you don't, but, you know. When we come on here, if you don't want to, you know, over the weekend, I'll probably be looking through it and looking at it. So I'm just letting you guys know it is such a bad case. So for the ones that came in here late, we did discuss the Sonya Massey case. We did discuss what happened to Christopher Greger. He got 25 years. I don't know if it's consecutive or if he has to do it, you know, one after the other or at the same time. But he got 25 years. He's got served 800 and so many days. You might as well give or take. That's more than 2 years and a half. So if even if he just got 25 years and he's already did 2 years and a half, that gives him 23. He's got to do 85% of his time. That will knock him down to pretty much, he still got 19 years to go. I don't know if that's a win-win, saying, hey, a 6-year-old is dead or whatever, but that's what's going on. So if he's 40 years old right now, give or take some time, he's about 40. I don't know how old he is. I don't remember those numbers, but he won't get out until he's 60. So all the master's degree and the bachelor. But okay, the only thing I want to say about Christopher Gregory, his father or stepfather, I don't know if it's his father or his stepfather, showed up to court. They were reading off the information. You know how the family can get up there and speak, and Corey's mom got up there. She murmured a little bit. She cried. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Nobody was really. I mean, she turned around talking about she owned up to what she did. I tell people this all the time. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So if you would get your life together, and I'm not blaming her or anything, because Corey is gone, and I don't want nobody to think, oh, I'm picking on a mom or anything. But this is why when you have kids, and I'm just being honest with you, you have to get yourself together. If everybody else is failing your children and they're doing what they're doing, you can't do what they do. If everybody's partying, having fun, drinking drink or whatever, you still got that kid. You gotta, and I know that feeling where you're like, dang, I just want to go out. I just want to hang out. Dang, I'm stuck the ball and chain with the kids, and they out there having fun. They cheating on me. They walking, me and him break up. He goes out and he ain't got to worry about the kids, how they going to go to school, how they going to get some food, lunch or whatever. You know what? You mom. Let them go do what they need to do. You take care of them kids. And both of them. Christopher, he was caught with drugs, even though it was just marijuana. I mean, he done did crack before, he said. He had a alcohol problem before, and he done got all cleaned up and everything. But all the time that he doing all this, they trying to say he's this really good dad, moved back home just so he can raise his son or whatever. The judge did say one thing today that made me say he still seen the forest for the trees. He said when he looked at the video when Corey was dropped off at the gym to have that time with his father, he said he didn't see no interaction of affection with that child. And I told you guys, he didn't pat him on the back, he didn't high five him, he didn't give him a hug, he didn't say great, he didn't speak to him, he just matter of fact, when they left the gym after being tossed around on that treadmill, Corey was running, trying to catch up with his dad. His dad just walking around like he's mad at the child. I told you guys that was going to be a big factor. There was no compassion towards that child. And even though that you have parents like that, or you see parents like that, the kid is still going to love that parent. And you can't tell them nothing different. They look up to their parent. They's like, oh, he look like me. He's supposed to be my daddy. And everybody else got a daddy. I want a daddy. I want a mama. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm kissing her on the cheek and all this other stuff. Mama could be in some crack house. They don't freaking care. That's still mama. You know what I'm saying? But daddy don't really want me. He told me, everybody tossing me around. But I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way that not Sean, but Christopher should have had custody of that child if mama had herself together. And I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? When the cat's away, the mice will play. You have to be on your A game. No matter what. You got to take care of your kids. You got to take care of them. And if you think, oh, you can continue to play and everybody else take care of the kid, and then you want to sit there and keep calling the police talking about did this and he's a monster, da-da-da-da-da. You would take care of the kid. That's what you should have just kept doing. Get off them drugs, take care of the kid, and let him just pay child support or whatever. Well, I didn't know that they were going to do this. And you thought they was just going to hand you money because you got a kid by him? So, when you ask for child support, that other parent has a right to see the child. Sometimes, if you know that if he raped you, why would you want your kid around this man? I'm just saying. I'm not picking on her. Sometimes you have to be in those type of shoes to know that you have to say, well, my child just not going to have a father. I'm not going to put my child around this man when I know what he did to me. That means, you know what I'm saying? All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here because we getting too deep into stuff that we don't need to get off into. I will see you guys this weekend. Trust and believe. I will. I'm going to work on some more of these numbers, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Zena, I definitely will get yours together. Crystal, I think I've got something on you, Crystal. But yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, you guys, be good, be safe, be nice to each other. Bye.